Hey gang, Jim Bowers back to you here, Demunseed on the YouTube network. Today we're talking about the Yuneec Q-500 Typhoon and some tips and tricks I want to give you about this aircraft. The Q-500 Typhoon is probably the best value for your dollar that's out there right now. It's just a great buy. For $12.99, you can pick up the Q-500 Typhoon over at acesdeals.biz, and it comes with a training drone. So you get a little mini quadcopter with it that you can use to learn how to fly before you ever lift your flabby ass off the ground. Over on the right-hand side, you have three modes. You have the smart mode, the angle mode, and the home mode. The smart mode is for you rookies, for you newbies out there that haven't learned how to fly yet. If you want to learn how to fly the Q-500, fly it in smart mode, and it pretty much takes care of everything. It won't let you fly too close to yourself, so you're not going to get all hacked to pieces. And it'll maintain that standoff. While you're in the smart mode, you can also use the follow me feature. So flip into angle mode first, and while you're in angle mode, position it out there. So get it out 50 feet away from you, yaw or turn it so that it's facing you. Switch over into the rabbit mode on the right hand side, so that would be that controller right there. Just push it full all the way to the top to the rabbit mode, and then tilt the camera. Use the pitch on the left hand side to pitch the camera so that the camera rakes down and has got you in the frame. Then you can start walking or riding your bike or your skateboard or your snowboard or whatever, and it's going to follow you. It's actually following the transmitter or the radio controller. So this you have to have with you. While, so if you've got a backpack, shove it in your backpack or stick it down your pants or something. You'll notice that on the Q-500, this thing can get 12 or 13 satellites easily, and it gets them in just no time at all. You'll see the number of satellites that the aircraft has along the bottom of the left-hand row. You'll see how many satellites the radio has along the top right-hand side. The two GPS satellite systems are so that the aircraft can communicate with the radio. It's sending down all of the telemetry data, like your altitude and your speed and your distance from home, and the home marker, that green arrow that you see in there that's swinging around. That green arrow is telling you what the direction back home is. Now, there's been a few of you asking me out there what these trim switches are for. Well, I can tell you right now, they're not for anything. They don't affect the aircraft at all. So don't worry about these trim switches. Yuneec has got them on here for future aircraft. Like if they come out with a foamy wing or something like that, these trim switches will be enabled. But on the Yuneec Q-500, they don't do anything, so don't worry about these trim switches. Now, have you thought about flying in full manual mode? Well, you can actually do it on the Q-500. In order to fly in manual mode, there's a couple of things that you need to do. The first thing you need to do is go to full rabbit mode. When you're in full rabbit mode, take your right stick, your aileron pitch roll stick, and go full right with it. Hold your aileron full right, and when you've got it full right, take your smart switch and just toggle it 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. On your screen, you'll see at the top, it'll say GPS disabled. When it's disabled, you're in full manual mode. It will still auto position itself, but you'll have a much faster aircraft, more agile, faster banking, turning, all that kind of thing. So give that a try, full manual mode on your Q-500. Here's another feature that you might not know about. On your main screen, after you've got video and you're looking through your camera, all you've got to do in order to get a larger image is double tap the screen. Once you double tap the screen, all of the tools go away and you have a full video picture on your screen. So if all you're doing is out there flying around and you don't need to look at your battery strength or your return to home or any of that sort of thing, just double tap the screen and it'll go into a full image on the radio controller. Now, over here on the top left-hand side, we have the arm switch. This arm switch is bright red for a reason. It's so that you don't accidentally confuse it with this white button here, which is for taking a photograph. Now, there have been reports of guys out there that have accidentally pushed the red button to take a picture and fallen out of the sky. Well, there's a fix for that now. If you go to PacificCoastHobbies.com, they sell a very cool switch protector. It's a little cover that flips up, that you have to flip up before you can press the red button. There are a few bucks over there on Pacific Coast Hobbies, so check it out. But it's just like one of those fancy covers they have on fighter jets. You know, hey, here's a great tip for you. Have you wanted a flight case for your Yuneec Q-500? Well, you can actually get one now. Go over to Home Depot, if you've got a Home Depot in your country. Go over to Home Depot and they sell what's called a 25-gallon job box. It's made by Husky and it's got rollers on it and a handle on it, but the foam insert that's inside of your Q500 box that it came in, well, that foam insert fits exactly right into that Husky box. So pick up that Husky box. It's called a 25-gallon job box, so look for that. But you get that, take the foam out of your original shipping box and drop it right into that 25-gallon job box. They're about 50 bucks over at Home Depot. Check it out. Guess what? You can also charge your Yuneec Q500 batteries on a regular LiPo battery charger. You don't have to use the proprietary charger that comes with it. If you look on the bottom of the battery, the connector that's over here on the left-hand side here, well, that's got the EC3 connector shape to it. So if you get an EC3 connector, it's those blue plastic connectors that are square on one side, round on the other. They'll plug right into here. And then you can plug this battery into your regular 4-station charger. Charge 4 of these at a time. You can charge them up to 4 or 5 amps and charge one of these in 40 minutes instead of an hour and a half. So now, have you had a problem with your camera having a buzzing noise? You know, it's kind of going and it's got kind of a buzz to it. That means your camera is out of balance. And if you look on the back of the camera, right there, there is a counterbalance adjuster right here on the back. You can turn that. You can turn it left or right. So if your camera is out of balance and it's twitching on you, just take that knob and turn it a half a turn to the left. And then just power up the Q500. Give the camera just a little flick. Just flick it and let it recenter itself. If it recenters itself and everything's good, you're good to go. If it still has a little bit of a twitch to it, then take that knob and turn it a full half turn to the right side. In other words, go back to middle and go to the opposite direction. So try it in both directions. You might have to go a little bit further in either direction to get that little buzz out of there, but give that a try because that'll solve your camera's balance problem. As far as the LED indicator on the back of your aircraft goes, there's 3 LEDs that matter, okay? If it has a solid green LED light on the back after you've powered up, then you're in the smart mode. If it has a solid purple LED in the back, then you're in the angle mode. If it has a flashing red light, then you've switched into the return to home or failsafe mode. And that's going to do it for another edition of Demunseed. I hope you got a few tips and tricks out of that for your Q500 Typhoon. Want to let you know, if you're not a subscriber to Demunseed, you want to subscribe right away because we're going to be giving away a Q500 Typhoon on April the 15th from my good friend Peter over at acesdeals.biz. We're also going to give away a $500 shopping spree and a $250 shopping spree to a random lucky subscriber right here on Demunseed. So don't forget to subscribe your flabby ass if you're not already a subscriber, okay? All right, now, I want to let you know also, this is the kind of guy Peter is. Peter is going to be making donations to the Wounded Warrior Project. For every drone that he sells during the month of February, he's making a contribution to the Wounded Warriors Project. So if you're going to buy your drone from anybody, buy it from somebody who's doing something good with the money, okay? Give Peter a call at 888-239-2644. It's the best customer service you'll ever get. All right, you guys, Jim Bowers here on the Demunseed Network. You guys have a great afternoon, a good evening, and don't forget to kiss your wife for me. All right, bye-bye.